I'm so excited to share with you guys something I've been working on for quite a while. So, if you love traveling and excessively plan what food you'll be eating, where you want to go, and what you're going to do, this template is exactly for you. Quite honestly, I was really tired of having my travel documents, itinerary, and calculating expenses in different places, thinking about all the times I had to scroll through my email inbox or G Drive to find a confirmation really makes me borderline anxious. And this is why I've come up with the ultimate travel planner, and hopefully, like me, the only one you'll need for all your life's adventures. So, without further ado, let's dive right into this travel dashboard walkthrough. The travel planner keeps track of upcoming trips and even trips from the past. Think of this database as your adventure book to keep your valuable memories. So the first thing you will see is the information you have on your upcoming trip. You have your travel summary that automatically tells you how many countries you visited and how many days you have traveled. Below these are linked databases to the pages I'll be showing you very shortly. This is your planning databases. You have your trips, travel documents, and packing pages, key pillars that are crucial to planning your trip. The documenting databases below are your little digital diaries that are automating your inputs behind the scene. You get what I mean when I go through them individually. So first, you have your trips. And I'm not gonna lie, this literally has my heart. It has helped my distracted brain focus on the travel info I have to find while allowing me to keep my brain dump of things I want to eat and go safely in one place. I'll show you how. Let's say you're planning for an upcoming trip. All you do is hit new and a new database opens. You have these properties that can be filled. So let's say I'll be heading to Bali at the end of the year, and let's plan this with me right now. We are planning for an upcoming trip. So we'll put the status as upcoming. This country is Indonesia. You'll realize that it's a relations property. This is the same for the city or island property. This is because these data are linked to the respective databases. The island that I'll be heading to is Bali. It'll be an October trip from the 10th to the 17th. So I will just have to change the dates right now. And once you key in the dates, you'll see that the days property automatically tallies the number of days you're going to be there. The next property is also automated because the trip is in October. It's 211 days to go. It's helping you to count down. And last on the property is the type of trip. So for me, it will be a friend's trip, and all I have to key in is this. So here's where the magic happens. Because each trip will be sort of an island trip, I have a template right here. Immediately, it generates a template that tells you everything that you should think of while planning your trip. Your flight itinerary area and important documents are the first thing you'll see, within reach whenever you need them. Under highlights, you have your packing list, expense tracker, and pre-departure checklist. I made the packing list unique to different types of trips, and since it's an island trip, you'll be going to pack swimsuits and potentially a sarong, so the type of things to bring will be different for, let's say, a city trip or winter trip. So let's go into packing list and I'll show you exactly what it is. Your packing list is also categorized from clothes to toiletries and more, as you can see here. On every trip page, you'll also have an expense tracker. I'm a budget traveler and this is super important to me. Your expenses are categorized so that you'll be able to see how much you have spent. Your last highlight is your pre-departure checklist. I cannot emphasize how this has helped me on my past trips. I'll start panicking a month before the trip, thinking if I have to buy last minute clothes or essentials. And this list has actually helped me to not spiral. The amazing thing about this is that it's categorized based on time frames, benchmarks to do at different checkpoints. These items are categorized under 1 month before departure, a week, a day, and right before flying, so you know you haven't missed out on anything crucial. Next is your day-to-day itinerary. The template has provided you with 15 days on the itinerary to plan your trip. However, if your trip is longer, all you have to do is add a new group and create them for the additional days. Let me give you an example right now. So you just have to type in the day and you're done. Yep. What I like about this view is that you can click on a card and you are able to put additional details in it. Like this. Next, you have your food database. This is actually a linked database to your food page that I'll show you later. Make sure that when you create a new template, the filter is based on the respective city or island you're going to. Because I've visited Bali before, I already have existing food places right here. See, it's here. On the respective food page, you have things to fill in like your address, budget, opening hours, cuisine, and a link to the menu. I really love this a lot because I plan the restaurants I want to go to way before the trip, starting everything from the menus and their reviews. It's a little obsessive, I know, but it's super helpful. You have the same thing for your activities, a link database to your point of interest page. Just like the food section, make sure you filter the place based on the respective city or island that you're going to. On the respective page, you would also fill in things like your address, budget, opening hours, and a link to online tickets, for instance. Last but not least is your journal, an area to write your travel thoughts. When you decide to write a new entry, you have 2 templates to choose from. These templates have unique prompts that support your reflection on travel journaling. Going back to the main page, we'll cover the other planning databases. So this is your travel document page, and this is basically where you store your important e-documents needed to travel, everything from a digital copy of your passport, health documents, and travel itinerary. Having this allows you to have all of it in one place for easier reference as you're on the move. The packing page is just an overview of the different packing lists you might need for the different trips. You don't have to fill anything here, it's just a reference in case you would like to add your unique packing list. So now let's go into the documenting pages. Think of this space as a memento for the trips you have taken. If you're reminiscing about a past trip, this is where all your memories are from the countries and cities you have visited, what you did there, and your past journal entries. So the first thing I want to show you is actually the travel summary. Remember the linked database of the travel planner you saw on the top? This is where it's linked to. It's a simple table telling you the number of countries you have visited and the number of days you have traveled. The cool thing here is that these numbers are automatically tallied based on your trip database, and you don't have to fill up anything at all. In the countries database is where you store all the places you have been and your bucket list. When you have clicked on the individual page, you can actually fill up the general vibe of the trip from first impression, what you loved about the place, favorite places you visited, and maybe something you wish you knew before taking the trip down to this country. The cities database is also a helpful way of remembering the trips you have taken to a specific place and the things you did and ate. All these are included in the properties and are automated. This means that you don't have to fill in anything here. Going to the points of interest page, this is a collection of places you've been and your bucket list of places you want to visit. Clicking on the individual page, you can fill up the details of the location. You can add these entries to the page itself or add them as you are planning your trips on your trip page. Both works the same, and every activity you have documented will be found on this page. So this is also similar for the food database, a collection of the restaurants you've been to and a bucket list of things you want to try. Clicking on the individual page, you can fill up the details of the restaurant. Similarly, you're able to add entries to the page itself or add them as you're planning your trip on your trips page. And next, you have your journal. So this is where you can find all your entries from past and current trips. As mentioned earlier, there are prompts that can help you with journaling. So earlier on, I showed you the travel journal prompt. I'll show you the daily journal prompt now. So the main reason why I created this template is that I wanted to be more intentional in my traveling experience. I feel like it's a luxury and a blessing to be able to explore new places, and I'm also sort of a sentimental freak. This is considered a beginner-friendly Notion template, and I encourage anyone looking for or creating an all-in-one travel planner to consider having it on Notion. At least I hope this video convinces you too. I hope you guys enjoyed this short walkthrough of planning my adventures, and I'll see you next time.